Parisian-inspired small apartment decor that highlights vintage elegance. Welcome to the Design Channel, where timeless beauty meets everyday living. In today's journey, we'll explore how Parisian-inspired small apartment decor can highlight vintage elegance in the most graceful way. Imagine walking into a home filled with soft color palettes, antique accents, and subtle textures that whisper of old-world charm. Welcome to a world where timeless charm meets everyday comfort. Parisian-inspired small apartment decor is all about blending vintage elegance with functional style, creating a space that feels both chic and livable. This approach favors natural light, classic color palettes, and carefully chosen accents that whisper sophistication. Even the smallest details, like a gilded mirror or delicate lace curtains, add layers of refinement. In this series, we'll explore how each corner of your apartment can be transformed into a cozy yet stylish retreat. Let's begin this journey into Parisian grace and discover how elegance thrives even in compact living. The entryway sets the tone for your entire home, and in Parisian-inspired decor, it's never overlooked. Start with a slim vintage console table topped with a decorative lamp or vase of fresh flowers. Above it, a gold-framed mirror not only enhances the light, but also adds a touch of timeless glamour. Hooks or a small coat rack provide functionality without sacrificing beauty. A patterned rug underfoot introduces warmth and classic French character. Even in a modest hallway, these vintage touches create an elegant welcome, proving that sophistication doesn't require large square footage, just thoughtful styling with a Parisian spirit. The living room is the heart of Parisian-inspired design. To achieve vintage elegance, think about pairing a tufted sofa with soft neutral tones and antique side tables. An ornate chandelier hanging above adds instant character, while a patterned rug grounds the space in old-world style. Incorporate a mix of framed artwork, perhaps black and white sketches or vintage posters, to bring Parisian culture to life on your walls. Subtle layering of textures, velvet cushions, lace drapery, and wood finishes creates depth and warmth. With careful curation, your living room feels effortlessly refined while staying cozy, proving that timeless design flourishes in small spaces. Windows in Parisian decor are often framed with soft, flowing fabrics that highlight natural light. To capture that charm, choose sheer curtains in linen or lace for a breezy, elegant look. Pair them with longer drapes in muted tones to create a sense of height, making the room feel more expansive. A vintage rod with ornate finials adds that extra touch of refinement. Natural light is key in Parisian-inspired homes, so avoid heavy coverings that block brightness. The combination of delicate fabrics and subtle detailing turns a simple window into a sophisticated focal point, echoing the romance of Paris itself. Parisian interiors often feature flooring that blends practicality with charm. Think herringbone parquet, patterned tiles, or aged wood floors that carry a sense of history. If replacing flooring isn't an option, consider vintage-inspired rugs with intricate designs to mimic the Parisian aesthetic. A Persian or Oriental-style rug layered beneath key furniture creates visual warmth while defining the space. Even neutral jute rugs can balance ornate furnishings beautifully. Floors provide the foundation for your decor, and when chosen thoughtfully, they add an understated elegance that makes every step through your home feel like walking across a timeless Parisian stage. Even the smallest dining area can exude Parisian charm. A round bistro-style table paired with antique chairs creates intimacy while maintaining sophistication. Add a lace or linen tablecloth for vintage softness, and top the table with a candelabra or fresh blooms in a glass vase. Lighting plays a vital role. Opt for a petite chandelier or wall sconce with warm tones to set the mood. Artwork featuring classic French café scenes can further enhance the atmosphere. This little corner becomes a place not just to eat, but to savor moments, bringing the effortless elegance of Parisian dining into everyday living. Parisian-inspired kitchens blend utility with timeless charm. Open shelving is a wonderful way to display vintage dishware, glass jars, and copper pots. Painted cabinets in muted tones like cream, sage, or dusty blue add warmth while keeping the space airy. A farmhouse sink, if possible, enhances the old-world appeal, but even a vintage-style faucet can bring similar character. Small marble or wood cutting boards displayed against the backsplash add subtle luxury. By mixing practicality with beauty, the kitchen becomes more than a place for cooking. It transforms into a charming, functional space that feels as inviting as a French café. The bedroom is where Parisian elegance truly shines. Soft linens in shades of ivory, cream, or pastel hues create an inviting and timeless look. A wrought iron bed frame or tufted headboard sets the foundation for vintage sophistication. Add layers with lace-trimmed bedding, a quilted throw, and velvet cushions for richness. A small chandelier or antique bedside lamps cast a warm, romantic glow. On the walls, framed botanical prints or vintage portraits enhance the serene atmosphere. The Parisian bedroom embraces both comfort and elegance, creating a restful haven that feels like a dreamy escape right in the heart of your home. Bathrooms in Parisian-inspired decor embrace both beauty and function. Think clawfoot tub if space allows, but even a small pedestal sink with vintage fixtures can create the right effect. Patterned floor tiles, like black and white checks, add instant Parisian character. Mirrors framed in gold or brass elevate the look, while glass jars and porcelain containers bring charm to everyday essentials. Add plush towels in soft hues and perhaps a touch of lavender in a vase for understated elegance. The bathroom becomes a place of relaxation and grace, reminding us that Parisian beauty can be found even in the smallest corners. Every Parisian-inspired home benefits from a quiet nook, perfect for reading or reflection. A vintage armchair paired with a small side table creates an inviting retreat. Add a lamp with a soft shade to provide warm, ambient lighting. A stack of books topped with a porcelain teacup or a vase of fresh flowers enhances the cozy atmosphere. Layer in a patterned throw for comfort and visual interest. Positioned near a window, this corner captures the essence of Parisian living, where leisure and refinement blend seamlessly. Even in a compact apartment, this small haven can bring everyday luxury to life. A workspace in Parisian style balances function and beauty. Opt for a vintage writing desk paired with an elegant chair, perhaps upholstered in a muted floral fabric. A small lamp with a brass base and a framed artwork above the desk elevate the area beyond pure utility. Use pretty containers for pens, papers, or office tools, keeping the space both organized and inspiring. Fresh flowers or a small potted plant can soften the look. In this way, work feels less like a chore and more like part of a beautiful lifestyle, showing how elegance can be woven into every daily task. and decor play a central role in Parisian interiors. Walls are often adorned with gallery-style arrangements of vintage paintings, sketches, or black and white photography. Gilded frames or antique-style borders add a refined touch. Decorative accents like porcelain figurines, vintage clocks, or brass candlesticks provide layers of charm. The key is curation. Fewer but meaningful pieces that reflect your personality while maintaining elegance. By weaving these thoughtful details into your walls and shelves, you create an atmosphere reminiscent of Parisian apartments, timeless, cultured, and filled with quiet sophistication that makes your home uniquely beautiful. Mirrors are a beloved feature in Parisian decor, as they expand light and bring glamour. Choose a gilded or vintage framed mirror to hang above a fireplace, console table, or bed. For smaller spaces, a tall floor mirror leaning against the wall instantly adds height and elegance. Clustered mirrors of different shapes can also create a stylish gallery effect. Beyond their functionality, mirrors in Parisian interiors serve as decorative masterpieces, reflecting the charm of the room and amplifying the natural light. Their presence transforms even modest apartments into spaces that feel grand, airy, and effortlessly refined. Lighting is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to highlight vintage elegance. Parisian-inspired interiors often feature chandeliers, sconces, and table lamps with ornate detailing. Crystal pendants or brass finishes lend timeless sophistication, while warm bulbs create a cozy glow. Layering multiple sources of light ensures both functionality and atmosphere. A small chandelier above a dining nook or bedside table lamp instantly elevates the look. By mixing old-world charm with practicality, your apartment's lighting scheme not only brightens the rooms but also sets a romantic mood that captures the essence of Parisian living beautifully. Colors set the foundation for the Parisian look. Stick to soft neutrals, creams, beiges, warm grays, with occasional accents of dusty pink, sage green, or muted blue. Black can be used sparingly for contrast, especially in artwork or trim. These shades create harmony while allowing vintage furniture and decor to shine. The palette is timeless and serene, offering a canvas for layering textures and patterns without feeling overwhelming. With thoughtful use of colors, your apartment can embody both restraint and richness, just as traditional Parisian interiors have done for centuries, blending elegance with cozy sophistication effortlessly. Textiles are key to achieving Parisian elegance. Consider velvet cushions, lace-trimmed curtains, and linen bedding to bring texture and refinement into your home. Layering fabrics adds visual depth, while subtle patterns, like toile or florals, enhance the vintage charm. A fringed throw draped over an armchair or embroidered pillows on the sofa can transform a plain piece into something stylish. Rugs in muted tones or intricate patterns also ground the space. By mixing fabrics thoughtfully, you create a home that feels both comfortable and elegant, enveloping you in layers of beauty inspired by the timeless sophistication of Paris. Storage in a small apartment doesn't have to sacrifice elegance. Think vintage trunks, decorative baskets, or wooden chests that double as functional and beautiful pieces. Open shelving with neatly arranged dishware or books adds charm while keeping clutter at bay. Antique wardrobes or armoires serve as stunning focal points while providing ample storage. Even simple hooks or rails can be styled with care, showcasing scarves, hats, or bags in a fashionable way. Parisian-inspired storage combines practicality with aesthetics, proving that every corner of the home can reflect both function and timeless sophistication seamlessly. Plants bring life and freshness to Parisian-inspired interiors. Potted herbs in the kitchen, a small olive tree in the living room, or cascading ivy on a shelf introduce nature's beauty indoors. Pair plants with vintage ceramic pots, brass containers, or woven baskets to maintain elegance. Fresh flowers, especially roses or peonies, in delicate vases highlight the timeless charm of Parisian decor. The presence of greenery balances vintage sophistication with organic warmth, softening ornate pieces and adding vitality. Even in the smallest corners, plants bring vibrancy, ensuring your home feels both refined and alive with natural Parisian grace. The finishing touches make all the difference in creating an authentic Parisian-inspired space. Think delicate lace doilies, ornate picture frames, or antique clocks placed thoughtfully around your home. Display a collection of vintage perfume bottles, porcelain dishes, or books with worn covers for character. A woven basket filled with throws or a tray of candles on the coffee table adds warmth and charm. These small details tie the look together, ensuring that your apartment feels layered, curated, and timeless. Elegance doesn't come from size. It comes from the thoughtful placement of meaningful, vintage-inspired treasures. Parisian-inspired small apartment decor is more than just a design style. It's a lifestyle rooted in grace, history, and beauty. By embracing vintage pieces, soft color palettes, and curated accents, even the tiniest of apartments can feel grand. Each room tells its own story, blending comfort with timeless sophistication. The result is a home that feels welcoming, personal, and effortlessly chic. Living with Parisian elegance means cherishing the details, celebrating simplicity, and finding beauty in the everyday. With thoughtful choices, your apartment can capture the romance of Paris, bringing old-world charm into your modern life.